With this video, we will be doing how Drake Arrogance cost him his top spot. And if you want to help this channel and the content that we making, please help support our merchandise. The link is in the description. If you didn't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. Try and get the channel to grow. And the only way we're going to do this if you like, share, and comment on the content. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's go. Chi, get the yayo.
Get the yayo.
Drake has been dominating the rap game for a decade plus, with 5 Grammys, multiple hit records, and even being crowned Artist of the Decade in 2021.
Wow.
But it's fair to say that his arrogance has finally caught up to him. We all know that Drake lost the beef between him and Kendrick. And if there's anyone thinking otherwise, then they're delusional. But it's how Drake lost the beef and how he went out, and what's happening after the beef too, that makes this situation even more crazier. Like, for example, Not Like Us ended up dethroning God's Plan to become the fastest rap song to surpass 200 million streams on Spotify.
Wow.
And you guys remember how big God's Plan was. That was a huge
song when he came out. That's when he had AB in there. They was in the store shopping and just having a good time, going around handing out money. Making people day. It was a great video. And he surpassed it. I didn't know that. That's why we do videos like this, because we learn something new every day at this point.
Surpass that and faster.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
And you guys remember how big God's Plan was.
Facts.
That was a huge record right there. Drake went crazy on that record, but for Not Like Us to dethrone that song, that just goes to show you that people are rocking with Kendrick. And Not Like Us is a smash record. Drake deserved this loss from Kendrick because he's been moving very slimy, messing with other people's girls, taunting them, dissing people, and moving around like a leech and a culture vulture as well at times. For example, if you got a little buzz and got some motion going, Drake will hop on your record, of course. And of course the song will do great. It's gonna do numbers and it's gonna be like it's his song, which is why he usually goes first, if you notice. But once that hype dies down and you're not that lit anymore, Drake is just on to the next. He's on to the next Jamaican wave or the next trap wave. Drake came
from an era.
That was a good one.
Drake came from an era where he learned from Diddy.
Yeah.
Anything hot, Diddy was standing right beside him.
Right next to it.
And that's what Drake do. If you hot, I'm standing right next to you. It's a good way to stay relevant in this game. We see Diddy did it for 20 plus years, not having no talent, but just standing next to talent, and it kept him in the limelight.
It kept him relevant.
Yeah, definitely.
Or he just does something else. He moves on, essentially. But before, you guys were buddy-buddy. You guys were damn near best friends or whatever the case is, and he calls you his brother and he got you whenever. But yo, Drake, let's hop on another track, hop on this wave. Just like Block Boy JB, he ended up posting that he wants to do another track with Drake, but Drake never responded. We all know radio shows
to not get a response.
That's one of those don't call me, I'm gonna call you. But it's like, he's in the music industry. If you're not hot, he's not trying to do music with you. And people use that brother stuff, but they should have learned from the Rockefeller, Jay-Z, Beanie Siegel situation where they was called Rock Like Familiar. Beanie Siegel said he approached it like this was his brother. He did beef. He got into the beef and all that from like it was his brother. But Jay-Z moved on as a business, so it's just that brother stuff is just for that time.
It only goes so far.
You know, we're not real brothers. This is all business. And time business started getting messed up, or the numbers are not the numbers no more. I have to move on.
Yeah,
at this point,
see how much of business it is rather than a brotherhood.
Yeah, I'm not. At this point, I'm carrying you. I can't carry you. We can help each other out. But if it's only a one-way street, then I'm good.
Yeah, that's weight.
To do another track with Drake, but Drake never responded. We all know radio shows aren't as popular as they were back then, like Hot 97 or Breakfast Club or anything like that. But in the beginning of Drake's career, those platforms were the platforms that Drake needed, and he utilized them. Maybe not the Breakfast Club, but Hot 97 and other radio places is a place that Drake would go, and it would help him, and it helped him a lot. It helped him gain fans. It helped get his message out there, his music, everything like that. But these days,
at that time, social media didn't take off like it is now. So you had to walk through those doors. You had to go shake hands with them people. Almost kiss the ring, as some people would say. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, you don't have to walk through those doors, and you can still be just as big as you want to. Just think of the last time Drake been to any of them.
Yeah, because you don't need to anymore. About trying to get them spins.
Yeah, yeah.
Drake doesn't do radio and doesn't do interviews like that anymore, unless it's viral stuff like Bobby Altoff and doing skits with Ben Dawn and doing skits with Sexy Red hopping in her video and doing things of that nature because of numbers and views and attention. And of course, with Drake being bigger than ever, those people that did Drake a solid favor, they're gonna ask if Drake could do them a favor. You know, I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Yeah.
Like, there's a working relationship there.
Yeah.
And Drake would promise them interviews, but it never happened. He promised Drink Champs that he would do an interview with them. That never happened. He promised Elliott Wilson that he would do an interview with him again. That never happened, which is why Elliott Wilson is always feeling some type of way when Drake just does some like weird interview that's not even centered around hip hop. It's always with these influencers and these people that have a following online and stuff. It's like
the game is now go to big platforms.
Yeah.
I don't know how big Elliott Wilson platform is, but it's nowhere close to her platform. I guarantee you that. You know what I'm saying?
He's been like around so long and been killing the game and classic interviews, but like you said, like now it's like you got how many million followers?
Yeah.
Okay. That's literally where it is.
Yeah.
How many eyes can you get on you that quick?
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, because we know when we did the Kai Cenat, Kevin Hart Drewski thing, they were saying like, we got 500,000 people in the building.
Right now.
People want to go to places where they can have a bunch of eyes on them at one time. And this is definitely one of the places. What's the other guy, the black guy always wearing the hats and the suits?
I know you're talking about. I can't think of his name though.
Yeah, him, like them type of platforms was popping right now. So of course you're gonna go on those, the Kai Cenats, those type of platforms, because they got a lot of eyes on them right now. And if you have a product, you want as many eyes on that product as possible.
Yeah, and plus when you think about it, like a lot of times in the situations when you think about technology, it's youthful eyes.
Yeah, and you want the youth, and I'm pretty sure she got the youth with her.
Yeah.
Is an influencer at this point that makes music. That's what he's acting like. It's like, bro, like you're a rapper, you're an artist. Yeah, you sing and do all that stuff too, but you're an artist. Like, people looked out for you in the beginning, like, and he even promised an interview with Gillian Wallow, and that never happened. That would have been a pretty good interview.
A lot of promises that he keep breaking.
I mean, that's just the business at the end. At the time when he said, I'm pretty sure he meant it, and it probably was hot at the time. But by the time that he got around doing it, remember what DJ Academic just said? He just came on 2 back-to-back albums, 2 back-to-back tours. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you want to do this stuff, but I'm busy, and by the time I get time, you're not as hot as you was. So it really doesn't make.
That doesn't make any
now
sense.
I'm doing more helping you than you're helping me, instead of we're helping each other.
That happened, but Drake is just completely flaking on everybody. He's doing slimy stuff, flaking on people.
Yo, you see that? Drake be giving these old heads false hope. That's crazy. Joe Budden, Nori now
Wallow and Gilly
giving these old heads false hope. This is crazy. Like we said to you,
completely flaking on everybody. He's doing slimy stuff, flaking on people, and it's all because he thought he was on top of the world and nobody could stop him, nobody can check him, and he could just get away with everything. But that wasn't the case. Kendrick Lamar beat him at his own game. Not only did he lose the beef, he got obliterated in the beef, especially in the end. And when Drake needed a friend to defend him and get his back, you know, while all this was going on, if you look at his comment section, all you would see is just streamers and influencers, you know, just internet people, when it should be people like 21 Savage, even though he's in a tough situation, but still, that's your boy. It should be people like 21 Savage, Yachty. These people should be defending him, or just other rappers that he's friends with in the game, because he's been in the game for so long and he has all these friends and all these people.
I didn't really think about it till you really said it, but nobody stepped up for him. It was almost like even Diddy had Stevie J step up for him.
Yeah, Diddy had somebody by his side. Everybody was crickets.
Nobody came to this man's side. It was just him by himself, and I really didn't think about it till he just pointed it out. That's crazy.
Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Within the game, because he's been in the game for so long and he has all these friends and all these people. but they don't have your back. These radio people would have had your back, Drake, but you don't hit them up.
It's cap.
That's total cap.
They are like they're been
like sharks in the water.
Because we did the video yesterday when the media before and after not like us, and we seen them all switch. Whether he would did the interviews with them or all that they still would have switched. Even Gilly, he didn't get the interview with Gilly, was on that video saying it was 3-0. You know what I'm saying? So some would have stayed, but some people would have been like, still would have had their opinion. Like, nah, you lost.
Their opinion would have stood stronger.
Yeah.
You promised them this, you promised them that, but all you see on here is just influencers and internet people defending you. Little 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds.
The people who are defending Drake is people that want Drake to come deal with their platform sooner or later. So in your time of need, I'm going to act like I'm there. So maybe one day you could grace me with your presence and come on my platform. It's almost what we call brown nosing.
Yeah, pretty much. Directly.
That's who got your back? And yeah, I know radio is not as poppin' as it was back then, but with this beef right here, these radio people are the ones to talk. Their opinions matter. Like, this is like, some people are calling this beef like the greatest rap beef of all time. Like, this is like up.
I remember when the beef with Meek Mill, Master Flex was on Meek Mill's side with Drake. It was like, I got the. Remember he was pump faking like he had a song and never had it. Meek Mill said it. He went on for hours dropping bombs like I'm about to drop it, and then never had the song.
Real talk.
It's crazy.
With that, so these radio people in Hot 97, like people like Funk Flex, all these people, like they have a say in this. And I don't really see them defending you like that, Drake. And with Drake losing the beef and not like us just going crazy, all eyes were on Drake just to see what he's going to do next. What song is he going to do? Is he going to respond on a feature and do a sneak diss? Or is he going to drop his own song and is he going to drop a hit record? We're just wondering what Drake is going to do next. But then he ends up hopping on a Sexy Red record, which was probably recorded a while ago, but he definitely added some new stuff because of the lyrics, of course, and added the BBL Drizzy instrumental on there. BBL Drizzy, they want a new body, they asked me for it. The last one, John, he did it for free because I sent over so many past. Which was not a smart move, in my opinion. Like, he's trying to flip that, but the whole BBL Drizzy thing is making fun of you, Drake. So you can't just hop on that instrumental and try to kill it. Because that beat is fire. So I guess I don't blame Drake for hopping on that because that beat is fire. But
I didn't blame him hopping on either. You got to try to do something. It didn't work, but you got to try something. You just can't take it laying down. You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't the move.
And that was the best idea you could think of at the time.
At the time, I've been saying it. I'm still standing on business. That was not the move. The beat is hard, but that was not the move.
The fact.
I guess I don't blame Drake for hopping on that because that beat is fire. But at the end of the day, there's no way you can cope and try to spin it because that whole thing is a diss towards you because you told Metro Boomin to shut up and go make some drums, and he went to go make some drums.
He made some drums. That's what he did.
It's pretty much a hit. But that's not really a good way to come back after losing to Kendrick like that.
No offense, but if you still think stocks are the best passive income
Guan.
And then he ends up hopping on another feature with some Canadian artist, I believe. I'm not too aware of him. It's a sample of Hate.
People keep saying we don't know what a Toronto artist sounds like, Drake. He said, now you do.
Now you do.
Here you
go. You the lingo and everything.
Here you go.
Canadian artist, I believe. I'm not too aware of him. It's a sample of Hey Delilah, and it's one of the worst songs I've ever heard. It's like it's a troll type of song. It's like it's a parody.
Yeah.
And Drake came out with that.
Walk on Delilah, double date me if you like me. Brought my chronom for your besties.
It's very weird and it's very odd because with a loss like that to Kendrick, being annihilated like that, that's not a song you come out with. That's not a feature you release after. And little by little, people are losing respect for Drake. They're losing respect for him. They're not looking at him the same. It's not looking too good right now. Like right now, people are really checking for Kendrick and what he's going to drop. And a lot of people are anticipated for his work. They're even going back and bumping Good Kid, Mad City, listening to Damn, listening to Pimp a Butterfly. A lot of people are going back listening to Kendrick's old stuff.
And I'm like one of those people. I'm now going back to listen to Kendrick old stuff because I missed it. I missed the whole Kendrick era. So I'm actually kind of glad that I did, because now I get to go back and revisit it, and I get to revisit it from a different mind state of listening to all the sort of like what I was going through with Nas. When Nas started to switch his style up, I thought it was so trash. I wanted the old Nas. I just didn't understand the bars, and now when I listen to the old Nas, I'd be like, oh, this is what he was talking about. This is what he was on. I just couldn't understand what he was talking about. I thought it was whack, and he was actually dropping gems and putting me on the game. I just wasn't in a mental space to understand the game he was putting me onto.
And this album, both of these albums, all of these albums, they definitely get better with time.
Yeah, we definitely have to check them out.
To Pimp a Butterfly, a lot of people are going back listening to Kendrick's old stuff. You know, a lot of stuff they probably have missed, or memories and things like that. And his streams are going up like crazy. So with Drake doing these questionable moves, man, I don't know what's up with him. I don't know what he's going to do next. And it's looking kind of weird for Drake right now. He's just done too many shady things, and a lot of people don't like him. People like Travis Scott, The Weeknd, Future, Rick Ross, and the list just goes on. And if all those people don't like you and don't mess with you anymore, like, come on, clearly Drake is the problem. Like, we've seen certain patterns and certain things that he's done, and the people he hangs around with too. All that plays a part. There's just so much that's going on right now, but Drake did deserve to be humbled, because after a while, it's like all that trash talking, all that you're the best.
I think that's the best way to describe it. He got humbled. You feel what I'm saying? Because it seemed like he was almost carrying himself, just from the outside, just looking in. He was carrying himself from a perspective of, y'all need me more than I need y'all. So I'm going to do whatever I want. You have to put up with it, because at the end of the day, in this music industry, you're going to need me before I need you, and I'm going to carry as such. That's what it looks like to me.
It's just wild to me that he got humbled by the rapper who made Be Humble.
That's a bar.
After a while, it's like all that trash talking, all that you're the best, which as you should do when you're on top, but all that other messy stuff on the side, you shouldn't be doing that. But we never know when karma will come, but when it comes, it comes.
Boy, will it come.
But this is not me saying that Drake is trash and that nobody's gonna listen to him, because he's crossed over. He's been dominating for so long. He's always gonna have his fans. He's always gonna be popping. But Kendrick is that guy right now. I'm sorry, Drake. Step aside. Kendrick right now is doing his thing. And I hope this album from K-Dot is a classic.
Gotta be a
Pimp a Butterfly type of level classic. We'll see, though. We'll see what Kendrick does. But as of now, Drake got what he deserved. He was just too cocky. If you got to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe.
Lamar Wilson here from Ghetto Action News Network _ all lowercases,
no spaces.
You'll find us on Instagram and Facebook. When you do, leave some comments, share some content, and come back. All right, we're going to get right into this. How Drake's arrogance cost him his top spot. I think it was said pretty well. You just get to it's a thin gray line between confidence and cockiness. Yeah. And in this situation, he was on the other side of the gray line. Right. It's why we did a couple videos looking at how everybody had their opinions, and how a lot of opinions shifted and changed. Yeah. I just think it was a real good interaction between both artists, and I'm just looking for more good music. But I definitely think he got affected by this one. What you think?
I think he definitely got affected. I think that he never thought that Kendrick Lamar could do what he did. If he did think that, he just would have left the man alone. But he obviously thought that he wasn't going to do what he did. And it's glad that he actually did it, because sometimes people need to be humble. And it's good to see that he did get humble from this, because I'm pretty sure out of the humbleness, him being knocked down a peg, you're going to get some great music from Drake, because he was knocked down. I think you're going to see the strongest music you've seen from him in a long time, because he see the stuff that he's putting out. He see the response that he's getting from it. He sees people not liking it. And I know somebody like him.
People just not going to take anything.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah, when they used to. Just take anything. Like that wave, if I could just put anything out and it goes crazy. And they're going to love it. Them days is over with. So that's definitely part of the humbling process. I can't wait to see what else come from this. But until then, it's your boy Trey TV, and I'm out.